I've been getting a lot of questions on how I've regrow my hair, and I decided to make a list of things that I do consistently, and I ended up with 7 to 8 items. So one of them is actually a bonus, but 7 things that I do consistently after experiencing hair fall and how my hair has been growing back. So number one, I pray over my scalp. Yes, I pray over my scalp. I have repented on negative things that I've said about my scalp, negative thoughts that I've had about my scalp, and now I have prayed for healing, and I believe that God has healed me. If you have hated your hair, your natural hair, if you have said negative thing, if every time you look in the mirror you think something negative about your hair, you need to repent and you need to start loving your hair, and then little by little, believing that your hair is gonna grow back. That's number one. Number two, I shampoo my scalp every week. At least once a week, I have to wash my hair. By wash, I mean shampooing my hair. I don't believe that I can go more than 2 weeks without shampooing my hair. For me personally, I like to feel my scalp clean. So, and every time I feel like my scalp is hurting, if you have hair fall, you know what I'm talking about, when your scalp starts to tingle and it hurts. Whenever that starts to happen, I go in and I shampoo my hair. If that means that I have to shampoo twice that week, I will shampoo twice that week. And that's the good thing about having natural hair, is that you're not worried about a silk press. You're not worried about undoing a weave that you have on top of your head. Like, you're not worrying about that. You just step in the shower and shampoo your scalp. So I shampoo at least once a week. I believe that a clean scalp promotes hair growth. A clean scalp is more breathable and allows for the follicle to actually grow. And by follicle, I mean it allows for the hair to actually push through the follicle. Number three, I take my supplement regularly. So there are 4 supplements that I currently take: irons, vitamin D, supplemental with the pumpkin seed oil capsule, and omega fish oil capsule, and also collagen. I take these regularly. So what I do is that if on Monday I'm taking irons, on Tuesday I'm going to take my vitamin D, on Wednesday I'm going to take my iron, on Thursday I'm going to take my vitamin D. So I alternate days for those two. So I don't take my vitamin D and irons on the same day, I alternate them. When it comes to the omega, the supplemental and pumpkin seed, I take every other day the omega, every other day the supplemental and pumpkin seed oil. And then finally, the collagen, I take it every day. I take a scoop of collagen in my Greek yogurt every day. Collagen is good for skin, good for hair, good for rebuilding your gut lining. And also, so those are the supplements that I take regularly. And I also take metformin because of my blood sugar. So I take metformin, which is not a supplement, it's a prescription. I take it every day. Number four, I try to get at least 8 hours of sleep. I've worked so hard to get to this point of like respecting my sleep, because I realized that I function a lot better when I've had 8 hours of sleep. And also my body needs to heal, and it heals when I sleep. Like, our body heals when we sleep. So try to get at least 8 hours of sleep. Go to bed early, and if you're able to sleep in a little bit longer, try to sleep in to get that 8 hours. Um, Number five, I try to eat a lot of fiber, and I try to limit the amount of inflammatory foods such as gluten, such as high fat, like high fat. By high fat, I mean, like, for example, McDonald's or Burger King, like those stuff, I try to like limit it, and I try to focus on eating more healthy. So that's number five. And also try to eat more fiber, so to get things moving, because that's very important. Number six, red light therapy. Every time I do my devotion at night, I try to do my red light therapy. Again, it's about building a routine so that it becomes part of your daily life. And so the only way to do that is to like build on top of the current habits that you already have. If you take your iron every day at 8 a.m., it's going to be easy for you to remember to take it every day at 8 a.m. If you take it whenever, then you're definitely going to be missing out. You're going to be forgetting to take your iron. So when it comes to the red light therapy, I try to do it every day around the same time. So I do red light therapy. I do 15 minutes of that. You don't have to buy the expensive red light therapy that costs $800. You can just buy the red light therapy mask on Amazon. Look for a good one though, for like maybe $100, and use that on top of your scalp. So that's what I do. And then number 7, I try to reduce my stress. I know this has been like the big question. How do you reduce your stress? For me personally, reducing my stress means taking a break. If I'm working and I'm getting stressed out, I take a break, I go for a walk. When I go for a walk, I clear my mind, I relax my body, and I feel much better. It could also be spending time with God, like just like sitting quietly there and just like reading a Bible verse. It could also be painting. It could also be reading a book. Do something that relaxes your body. So those are the 7 things. And I said that there was one more. The last thing that I do is try to drink a lot of water. By that, at least a liter a day. So those are the things that I do to regrow my hair.